What's up, Kaijudo fans? Robert Hebert here, bringing you the finals match of the 2013 Kaijudo Summer Championship. After 6 long rounds of Swiss and a couple more topics, we have our final 2, Bobby Brake and Robbie Stewart. But before we dive in the action, though, guys, let's go ahead and see how the lists compare against each other. We have Bobby Brake's 54-card Leviathan Control. He's running a typical Lightwater Darkness package, which is already a favored matchup versus the Greed variants. But Bobby has, not only does he have the King Crows to balance the birds, but he has the Fumes, the Mesmerizes, the Scripts, and the Squilluses, which are going to be really good. Discard is really, really solid versus Greed, especially if you're able to handle the Nix and control the draw. So Bobby has a really solid list and definitely has to be favored for this matchup. He has the finishers of Andromeda, Squillus, and more importantly, Tritonus. The longer this game goes, he's going to have better finishers, and he's just going to be able to just refuel and then just keep throwing gas and threats. So the longer the game goes, it's definitely going to be hard for Robbie. Let's go ahead and check out Robbie's list, though. He's playing a 46-card Birds of War. Now, Robbie is playing 7 birds. He's playing 3 Lux, 3 Nix, 1 Umbra. Umbra is very solid. It can be very solid in this match just because any dragon basically turns into a removal for all of Bobby's big finishers. He has General Skycrusher, which the power attack can be really good for helping his heralds get over things like the Neptus, the Wave Lancer, Lyras, and other cards like that. I expect he'd be looking for the Dreadclaw. The Dreadclaw is going to be key in this because of all the removal and discard that Bobby has. So getting them dragons back is going to be really, really good. But let's go ahead and let's get to the matchup, guys, and let's see how it plays out. So we have Robbie Stewart sitting on the right and Bobby Brake sitting on the left. In case you guys didn't know, these two have been friends for quite some time. I mean, they go to the same duel days, live, basically in and around Dallas. So it looks like they both roll the same dice, apparently. They both roll 7 here. So to see them cracking up and having fun after a long day of, tournament play is, it's pretty great. It's basically what matters at the end of the day. So Robbie wins a die roll of 12. Definitely going to be on the play. Early strategy has to be looking for the birds. I don't see any birds, actually, but he does have the turn 1 dual sieve, which is great because unlocking your sieves as fast as possible and reliably just dropping the birds as fast as you can is pretty good. Bobby has a Terror Pit and mana, pass of the turn. Robbie's hand, I can't really tell too much, but he does have the Storm Spike. Doesn't have the turn 2 Lux or Umbra. So he passes back. Bobby plays a King Coral. Passes back to Robbie. Robbie lays a Singleton Tatsurian, so that's now gone from the deck. Doesn't have a turn 3 bird, so he must not have any birds in his hand. This is looking pretty good for Bobby. Robbie really needs those early birds so he can accelerate and drop his finishers as fast as he can to just to apply the pressure. Bobby does play a turn 3 Mesmerize here, so we do get to see. So yeah, Robbie didn't have any birds. He does have 2 Bone Blades, which are essentially dead. He has the Hyperspeed. And a Lyra. I'm pretty sure the pick here is Lyra. I don't see him being really overly concerned with hyperspeed. Yeah, definitely picks the Lyra. So he passes the turn. Ooh, plays the Bone Blade. I think he drew something there. I can't really tell. It looks like a super of some kind. So passes back. Robbie thinks he's definitely thinking about the hyperspeed here. He knows he has it. Let's see what he does. He's thinking. Decides to go with his initial. Yep, he lays down a Grip of Despair here. So he was definitely probably thinking about using that on the hyperspeed that Robbie's definitely about to play here. Yeah. So he doesn't have the grip, but he does have turn 5 Bottle and the mana into Neptus. So I don't see Robbie getting aggressive with the hyperspeed here because he definitely doesn't want to lose it. Wow, so Robbie does draw a bird, but he has it looks like an Awaken and a Shade Blaze, so that bird's going to go into mana, and he's going to just try to sit there and just draw go until he gets so you can drop the Shade Blaze and the Awakened here. Now let's see what Bobby does though. He's tapping 4. This has to be Crystal Memory. Yeah, definitely Crystal Memory. So let's see what Bobby gets. Yes, ooh, he has to be getting mesmerized because he just asked Robbie how many cards he has in his hand. So. He's looking through his deck. He's kind of stopping, looking at all his Shield Blast here, which is just amazing information. Being able to know what's in your shields it's you just there's no better information. So plays the crystal memory here. Definitely got him mesmerized because he did ask Robbie how many cards are in his hand. So Robbie untaps, plays a second Storm Spark, so that's definitely good to see. Um, passes back, so he has a Shade Blaze. So what's Yep, there's the Mesmerize. So we have a Shade Blaze and an Infernus. He's 2 turns away from the Infernus, but he can drop the Shade Blaze next turn. So yeah, he definitely picks a Shade Blaze over the threat that's, just looming around. He plays the shifts the turn back to Robbie. Robbie plays a Tear Pit, ships back. Now Bobby plays a Squillis, taps it, and then untaps it. Okay, what's he doing here? That's what we drew. Taps 4. Plays Crystal Memory. 2 cards in hand. What's he looking for? Okay. Oh wow! And just gets the 3rd Mesmerize here, and so he has he ripped the Awaken. So no, Robbie's left with his 3rd Storm Spark. So he's definitely not in a good position here. He's gonna have to top deck pretty well. That's a good start though. General Sky Crusher. So he definitely has definitely has some better board position. But Bobby has Andromeda, so that's jeez. Going to 7 shields, untap, passes the turn, untaps, and immediately answered with that Terror Pit. So we'll see what Bobby does here. It's already late in the game. He drops. He has now. Oh wow, keeper loss. So now he has double Shroud guys. But yeah, it's with 7 shields and the fact that we're already this late in the game, it's gonna be really hard for Robbie to come back. So start though, Storm Spark. Now, in case you're wondering why Hyperspeed didn't trade, General Sky Crusher gives the Hyperspeed powerful attack, so he's able to attack over the Neptus here. Bobby answers with a Strider, which really isn't going to do much. It might block, the General Sky Crusher, but Robbie plays Hyperspeed and passes. He's not swinging because he doesn't want to give any of the any more cards to Bobby here. Bobby did play a Wave Lancer. Oh, Robbie's trying to get lucky. What can Robbie get? He plays Bottle, so we're popping some bottles here. Bottle has been, pretty much the bane of the tournament. Variance is good, though, so let's see what Robbie gets. Definitely needs to hit something big here. An Andromeda, an Infernus would be really solid. Definitely needs an Infernus, but gets a luck. I guess that's the break sometimes. Passes the turn. Bobby plays the Fumes. Untap, gets the next hit. Now all the birds are showing up late to the party. Oh, Tritonus. That's going to wind up spelling probably the end of the match here. Jeez. A second Nyx. Definitely needed those in the early game. But hey, any dragon does net him 2 cards here, so he's still technically in it, I guess. Oh, Toxic Fog. Bobby's tech choice. And now he's going to constrict. Probably going to constrict the General Sky Crusher here. Yeah, there it goes. This is not good. 6 for Storm Spark, and oh, jeez. that's not good. It's going to constrict another creature. And we're just going to start trading. No, we're not trading. We're just eating. Yep, and there we go. Jeez. Yeah, Robbie knows that, sees the writing on the wall and just goes ahead and scoops his cards up. And they're going to start getting ready for game 2 here. So, we'll talk a little bit about what happened in game 1, but here we go with game 2. Robbie's on the play again, so it's looking like he's having a similar hand. He has a turn 1 grip. Bobby answers with a dual sip of his own and Strider. Robbie untaps. Plays a Storm Spark. Doesn't have a turn 2 bird, but I think I still see an Umbra in his hand, though. So maybe he's just trying to bait out, maybe if you throw a blocker, but Bobby's not going to throw anything out there. Yeah, he does have the Umbra, so he plays it on turn 3. Look, he's going to have the turn 4 Herald here, so that's going to be pretty good. Drops the Infernus, plays the Herald, gets aggressive with Umbra. think I see a Fumes, though. Fumes, Andromeda, Lyra. Bobby's got a pretty stacked hand here. Always double checking, make sure he's making the correct mana drop. It's always a sign of a great player. Plays the Terror Pit, plays the Fumes. That's definitely going to hurt Robbie's mana progression here. Keeps the Piercing Judgment, so I guess he was hoping to draw a Dragon so he could bounce the Umbra and tap the Fumes and then drop it, but I guess that didn't happen. So he plays the bottles, gets aggressive with Herald and passes the turn back. Bobby plays Tritonus and mana, casts a Bottle of Wishes. So it's a lot of solid targets for Bobby to hit in this list. I mean, he has Lyra's, of course, the obvious game breakers of Tritonus, Andromeda. I mean, he could hit Squillis. I mean, Squillis would be kind of good and bad here, but probably just pretty bad. I mean, you'd be losing 3 to 4 cards here, which when I saw Lyra and Andromeda, that would definitely be that would definitely hurt. Robbie's still at him. He shuffled pretty good. Oh man, and he hits Terror Pit, so that's definitely gonna get the Herald here. So we're not gonna have any shenanigans with that. So Robbie just untaps, mana's the Piercing Judgment, passes back to Bobby here. Bobby plays a Lyra in mana, casts a Lyra, taps the Umbra, Fumes eats it. Robbie plays a Storm Spark, passes. Bobby untaps, plays a Storm Spark of his own, thinks, looks, passes turn. Robbie draws a Terror Pit, plays it immediately. Bobby untaps, plays Bone Blades in mana, passes the turn back. Robbie with Shade Blaze off the top. So he's going to kill Fumes, and I definitely don't think attacking here is correct. Yeah, he doesn't attack here. Robbie's at 9. I mean, Bobby's at 9. Does have the Andromeda. If he's dropping Andromeda, that means he definitely has an Andromeda. I don't see any reason for him to play an Andromeda right there, man, if he doesn't have another one in hand. So he plays a Grip to answer the Shade Blaze. Yeah, that's oof. There's the Andromeda. Robbie untaps, plays a Lux, passes back. Bobby plays Toxic Fog and gasses up with Tritonus. Oh, it's not looking good here. Definitely not looking good for Robbie. Passes back. Bobby drops King Coral, taps 4 for Crystal Memory. And I'm pretty sure, I think he gets Storm Spark Blast here. Yeah, and he just completely takes control of the field. So he has a triple breaker, double breaker, and Tritonus and Andromeda. Robbie has no cards in hand, lays a Bone Blades. Bobby is he's very excited here. He's playing a lot faster. Drops a Neptus and a Keeper Laws, and Robbie extends the hand. You have your 2013 Summer Kaijudo Master Champion, Bobby Break.